call a June 11th meeting of the Town Council of Lake Lure to order. Can we rise for the invocation, please? Father, thank you for the opportunities you give us in this town. Thank you for the many, many blessings. Thank you for the rain you sent. Thank you for your love and your grace and your mercy. I pray that you be with us and grant us eyes to see, ears that hear, and understanding hearts. In Christ's name, amen. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Does anyone have any additions or corrections to the agenda?
Mr. Mayor, during item 9B, unfinished business, during that process on talking on the budget, we need to set the special meeting date for which we will finalize the budget to meet our deadline.
Okay. So are there any other additions or corrections to the agenda? Stephen, you want to make a motion to adopt it with that change?
Okay, I make a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, that's unanimous. Okay, our communications are, to give a brief update on what's happened since our last meeting. We had a chamber recharge here at here in the town hall on Wednesday, May 22nd, and the management team of the town hosted the recharge, and they had 60 chamber members who came to the meeting, and they met the town employees, got to know them better, and there was a great exchange of information with the department heads. The Hickory Nut Gorge Outreach had their annual festival May 25th through 27th, and the weather cooperated this year, had raised funds from booth rentals and parking donations and raffle sales, and this year the funds raised were over twice what they had been in previous years, so they had a one, okay?
I can't hear you.
Okay. Can't hear me? Okay. And, I can't read. Okay, is it, well, that's why it's not on. I'll try speaking up. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
It was working, wasn't it? I was thinking the switch was in the opposite position.
There you go.
There it comes.
Hey. Yeah. Okay, anyway, we want to offer special thanks to all the volunteers. I think that may be a little too much. Can we get it working? Not quite so well.
Sorry, I turned it up.
Room will be empty here in a minute if you're not.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
We've got a reverberator on this. You have to be old to know what a reverberator was. It went in the back of a car. Okay, so special thanks to all the outreach volunteers. The Memorial Day program with the town of Lake Lure honored those who'd made the ultimate sacrifice while serving in the United States military during the program we had on the 27th at the Veterans Memorial Kiosk. And thanks to all those who participated in the program. We had about 100 people there, and over the past couple of years, they had been just a handful, so that was a really good turnout, and they did a good job getting the word around for people to know to come out and honor our veterans. And the special thanks to those that supported the Memorial Day program, the 1927 Lake Lure Inn and Spa, Lake Lure Tours, Master of Ceremonies, Captain James Walker, U.S. Navy retired, Pastor Alex Hefner from Chimney Rock Baptist Church, the Henderson County Honor Guard, And Miss Joanna Calafala from Lake Lure Classical Academy sang the national anthem, and it was absolutely beautiful. Command Sergeant Major Stephen Weber, U.S. Army retired, read a poem. Captain Ed Dittmer, U.S. Navy retired, and Bill Presley were there, as well as Ken Potter played the bagpipes at the end of the ceremony. It was a very good tribute. Had a record number of visitors in town for the weekend and at the beach and for the Memorial Day service and the Arts and Crafts Festival. And if you were on Memorial Highway that day, you probably noticed that we had a record number of people. I think traffic was backed up almost to Larkins. We had the Lake Lure Olympiad swim event. It was the first time it's been on this end of the lake. That was held last Saturday, and the weather held off, and they had a great event with 97 swimmers from 5 states that participated in the swim. And a special thanks to all those who volunteered at the event. A lot of folks were in kayaks and pontoons to monitor the course, to be there in case the swimmers needed them. We appreciate all those that came out to support the swimmers. The Lake Lure Olympiad Committee and the local charities that benefit from the event also helped. The beneficiaries are the Hickory Nut Gorge Outreach and the local first responders. Today, the Flower and Bridge volunteers hosted the National Association of Community Development Extension Professions. Are you part of that group, Shannon?
No, sir.
Okay. Anyway, I think they were having a meeting in Asheville, and they all came down to see the Flower and Bridge. And
They did.
yeah, and so it got our town a lot of good exposure there. And the Flower and Bridge is an ever-growing draw for our community, and we appreciate the volunteers who are supporting this tremendous town asset. And we want to especially thank today all of our emergency preparedness folks that helped over the weekend. Unfortunately, we had a lot of rain. I measured 11 inches at my house in Firefly Cove, and that was a lot over 3 days. And but fortunately, there weren't any really serious incidents, and and everybody was where they were supposed to be, and things went according to plan, and I think it worked out well. So, let's see. Town Manager, Communications.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. On my list of items to just brief council and the audience on tonight, I'd like to introduce Kurt Wright. Kurt, if you would stand. Kurt is with SDG Engineering, and so Kurt is now helping the town of Lake Lure with really program management, filling some of the shoes that were left by Mayor Cooley as he passed. So we'd like to welcome Kurt, and depending on how we treat the budget, we may ask Kurt to work with us in the new fiscal year as well. So we just wanted to introduce Kurt. He's doing a great job already. Just to give you an update on some of the infrastructure items that we have. As a reminder, we've pulled together a pamphlet with the help of Mayor Cooley that basically describes 5 big infrastructure projects that we are working on and pursuing. It's the dam, the sewer, the bridge over the dam, it's lake dredging, and also egress that we've become aware of with Chimney Rock State Park that basically will empty down into our town center. We just received a new task order proposal from Schnabel Engineering, and so we probably will want to try to set a date for a meeting to discuss that particular task order. I've sent it to Kurt and David, so we're reviewing the proposal right now. Sewer updates. Brown Consultants, they've submitted the ER report to the state last week, and just today I sent the letter to the state, to DEQ, regarding terms for any loans that we currently have and would like to secure in the future.
requesting that we see if we can secure a 30-year term rather than a 20. The bridge over the dam, DOT would like to replace that bridge in some form or another. Myself, Mayor Pro Tem, and Commissioner Kilby met with DOT in Asheville with their consultant, with folks from Dam Safety Office, DEQ, and some other divisions of DEQ to talk about possibilities, what could be done with that bridge. There are different ideas that are being kicked around. We revised the minutes of that meeting and sent those back today or yesterday, and so we should be hearing something from DOT soon. They'll have a public hearing, a public meeting, and they'll talk about the different ideas that they have been working on for the dam over the bridge.
Is it safe to drive on down?
I'm sorry?
Is it safe to drive on down?
Yes.
Yes.
Chimney Rock State Park egress. The Parks, Recreation, and Lake Department submitted an application for a grant to the federal government. They have a planning division, and so if we were to secure that grant, then we would have help from the feds to come in and work with the community to develop a plan for how we would deal with the sections of the town in between Lago Vista subdivision and Memorial Highway. Chimney Rock State Park is planning to move egress. 100% of the visitors to the park would empty down into the Lake Lure Town Center. So we want to develop the concepts and look at some of the engineering, traffic flow, parking needs, and those types of things as we move forward. I think Laura was going to give us a little bit of an update on the July 3rd fireworks event. Laura and our two chiefs are working on that.
That's right, thank you. Our chairpersons for the fireworks event are Sean Humphreys, our police chief, and Dustin Waycaster, our fire chief and emergency management coordinator. And this is the first year that the town has hosted the event, and it will be July 3rd. We have corresponded with the fireworks company to try and ensure that we have an even better fireworks event this year. So we've addressed some challenges that were experienced last year with last year's event. We are working with Lake Lure Tours to host a viewing station at the beach with a beautiful barbecue dinner. So people will have an option to view the fireworks for free from Morse Park or Picnic Park, but they will have an opportunity to go into the beach for $15 for a barbecue dinner. And then we, of course, want to support our local restaurants for those who are visiting our town or want to come out to town to see the fireworks, but we are going to host some carnival-type vending booths in Morse Park so that those who are out and about might want to have some refreshments. They'll have an opportunity to do so that afternoon. So that's a synopsis of our event. Any questions?
Sounds great.
Okay. Thanks to our chairs for helping to plan the event.
Now, well, I do, we're not, all of that has not been on Facebook on the page or the town website, correct?
It is, sir, it is on our Facebook page as an event, and it's also on our website under Fun Things to Do. But we have strategically worked to market this in a low-key way because our goal for the event is really to make this a town and community event as opposed to trying to attract people from outside our direct community. We know people will still continue to come because it's a popular event, but the intent of this year's firework event is really to celebrate our community and those who are visiting that weekend. as opposed to drawing many,
Right.
many more people
Well,
in.
that's
for the
what I
weekend.
meant. What's on the Facebook page is the event, but it doesn't have all those details about the barbecue and all that stuff, right?
That's right, that is correct.
Right,
We
okay.
we haven't amended that to reflect that new event that we're hosting.
And so folks that show up without knowing that, will just have to find that information out once they're here.
No, we plan, we're trying to confirm the vendors that are going to be here, and we've created some flyers that we're going to put around town to help our local community know. And we'll also update our Facebook page and our website so that our local community knows these options that are available to them for viewing and eating out and such.
Do we need to suspend the peddling ordinance, or are we okay? Oh,
Probably should.
Well, not this, we'll do it next month, we should be fine. What, no?
No,
We
that's
need to do
the
it now.
third, yeah.
No, we've passed an ordinance that allows food trucks, and so that's what we'll be doing at July 3rd.
Okay, so we're okay.
Or vendors is where we are.
Okay,
Should be
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
okay, good. Thank you, Laura.
Next item is grants. Basically, the pamphlet that we have pulled together basically outlines the need for $100 million to deal with the infrastructure issues that we're facing. So grants are a big priority for us. So we've activated a staff grants team. Laura is going to head that team up, and it's made up of different town staff with various abilities, writing abilities. Mitchell Anderson loves statistics and the quantitative side, so we're going to pull together the team to really start researching and going after some of the grants that may be available to help us with some of the infrastructure needs. The last item is the Hickory Nut Gorge Chamber agreement. At the last budget workshop meeting that we had, we talked about possibly working with the chamber to help with economic development, with grants and those types of things. So I've met with Laura Doster, who's the director, and in your packet are some of the notes from our meetings, and so they're going to work up a proposal and send that back to us. So that's where we are with that. The last item I probably would mention is this Thursday, Don Kaysen with the Rutherford County TDA wanted to meet and discuss developing basically a professional video public relations type presentation that we can make to lobby our legislators, secretaries of the different departments that can speak directly with the governor about our infrastructure needs. So I have a meeting with Don on Thursday, and they clearly understand that lots of our infrastructure is in support of the state park and also Chimney Rock Village. It's good for the regional economy, it's good for this end of the state, and this park is being touted as the gateway into the western North Carolina parks system. So that's part of the hook in the campaign, is to try to get the legislators, the General Assembly, and the governor to recognize the importance of the state helping us with massive, massive amounts of cost that we're going to be faced with in the future.
Okay. Well, our next item on the agenda is a closed session. Does someone might want to make a motion about that?
I make a motion, we enter into closed session in accordance with General Statute 143-318.11A, sub 1, to consult town attorney concerning legal matters made confidential by law.
I'll second that.
Motion
Oh,
made.
wait, I was asked to invite David Arrowwood into the closed session.
Okay. Motion made by Stephen, second by Bob.
Right.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. This will probably not be too long. I don't think.
Yep, David, your days are numbered.